Today is November 20th, and this is RoboVlog. So today we got a lot to go over because it's been, a little over a week, and we got home from competition with a lot on our minds.
So we spent the entire week working.
So yeah, we spent the week working, and then we're on the rebuild phase because what we decided to do, both teams are rebuilding our bots just from drivetrain up.
Yeah.
So we'll get started with
Bobby's robot.
Yeah, the plan for mine, which is gonna be really hard to see right now because we just started. But I'll show you. So this is the old.
Explain your plan.
Now I'll show them the old robot's current state. This is our old robot's current state. We chopped off the top because we were using the drivetrain just to practice coding because Clayton's not here, but he was practicing coding with it. But we're scrapping that. Totally started on this new system, which is a drivetrain, and I worked on the 4-bar today. So I'll explain the plan for this bot. We're gonna have a 4-bar on one end, like we did before, except it's gonna be able to pick it up from the sides instead of the middle, because that was a problem that we had. We run into rings and we can't pick up the big hole. Then we have another problem was on Auton, it wouldn't start up because it folded like this. So instead we're gonna just cascade straight up, or with an angle maybe. And then also we need something to put bases on there on the teeter-totter. So we're saving the whole front half of this. So I'll show you the plan right here. Okay. We're having the lift right here. We're probably gonna have the conveyor belt right here, and then have the big lift on that side. So we're using a lot less space comparatively to how this was, where the whole front half was dedicated just to that lift. So that's why we need to restart from ground up. So yeah,
And
that's a lot, but we can get it done.
we should probably explain your plan for the next competition.
Okay, so next competition, so we kind of split up to where I'm going to be working on this one, and Reese and Nathan and Audie and Megan are going to be collaborating on another one and build.
2 of them.
Yeah, pretty much build 2 of them, collaborate in their building process. And so that's what we're going to be taking to December
3rd or 4th.
That's what we're going to be taking because I don't think we'll have enough time to build this one and code it by that date.
So that means we have to build 2 very similar robots for the next competition, and then while Bobby's working on this one, and after the next competition, he'll use this one.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get into Reese's spill. I'll actually give him. Do you want me to hold it or you?
Okay.
I'll give it to him.
My previous robot had a lot of problems, and we decided to scrap it. So this is its current state. Alexis started breaking it. Drivetrain is completely off. All the motors are off. All the conveyor is off. The only thing that's still left is the conveyor wall and my precious 6-bar. I love my.
It's gonna be gone tomorrow.
And sadly,
Not tomorrow, Monday.
sadly that's going to be gone soon. But it had to be done. I made sure I took pictures because that was my pride and joy.
Man.
But it had a lot of problems. I have an entire list of 7 things on the wall right here. I can't really show it, but.
I got you.
So we got, while holding a base, my turning was slow. I don't know why, but whenever I was holding something in the back lift, it was slow and I just couldn't turn. And so that's one of my problems. My back lift, whenever I was lifting up, the base wasn't quite centered and it was gimp. It just had too much wiggle room, so I had to redesign my back lift. My conveyor belt, while just going on the back lift, was not consistent. It didn't hit it all the time, even when the back lift was working in center. And so I have to figure out a new way. I have a plan for that, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but I have a plan. 6-bar, my front lift. I need to switch my 6-bar out for a 4-bar. 6-bar was too complicated. I need to go simpler. That was one of the main things I've noticed for at the competition that we need to go simpler for our robots. So I need to switch my 6-bar out for a 4-bar, and then my locking mechanism, it was too big, too bulky, and just doesn't really work. So I need to figure out a new end effector for my 6-bar instead of forklifts that come down and then you lift it up like that and you have something locking inside of it. Just basically have it to where we run into it. We have a lock that just hits both lips and pinches it like this and then lifts it up hinged. That's what I'm thinking. I'll think about that later. That's just my general idea. Well, my drivetrain, the chains on my drivetrain, because I was using sprocket and chain for it, while I was driving at the competition, they came off on like 3 different occasions, which meant my entire right side or my entire left side was not moving, which is just not good. I just can't have my drivetrain just not moving. So I have to get rid of sprocket and chain, and I mounted my motors to just directly to the wheels. And then one last thing was ring skirts. Something that while driving I don't go up onto rings and I get jammed, which happened like once at the competition. Something that really isn't important, but if it happens you instantly come out of the match because you can't do anything. So we have to do that too. So now let me show you what I did with my robot. I have built my drivetrain basically. I figured out a way of doing ring skirts, and just basically I have my plate really low to where rings can't go on it, and I have a plate in front of it that blocks rings from going on. But the thing is that I want this robot to get on the teeter-totter, and so what I had to do is I had to make sure that while like this, we can go up on the teeter-totter still, even with the ring skirts. So what we had to do is we had to cut a little edge piece right here, and then add the front and then bend it inwards to make sure that we can get up here even with the ring skirts and make sure the rings don't touch it, which it works. And then now I just have a back lift. Then I started working on a back lift. My back lift is simple. I realized I need to go simple. So I basically added a forklift. I have a really big gear. I'm going to attach it to the smallest gear right here with the motor and a torque motor, and I'm just going to spin it up and hold it in this position right here during the match and the score our rings. So I have a thick axle to make sure that it goes up together because I'm only going to use one motor for this system. So I have a thick axle, make sure it goes up together and it's combined and it doesn't break or anything. Thick and heavy, nothing's gonna make this move, and it's so simple that it's almost idiot proof, hopefully.
So yeah, that's something that we like noticed in our bots was, or especially like Reese's, is a lot of things was like really cool, like looking like mechanically, but it was just overcomplicated, like the 6-bar and then the other uneven 4-bar. But anyways, so yeah, and then on the we both want some way to score quick on the teeter-totter. Mm-hmm. So like something that grabs it, sticks it up there. So that's what we both have planned. And so yeah, long video today because there's a lot to recap. But Adi or Nathan, y'all want to say anything? Alexis, y'all want to say anything before?
Yes. So we have been working on taking inspiration from Reese's robot. You know,
It's called
just
copying.
It's called we're collaborating.
collaborating. It's exactly the same as Reese's. That's what that means. Spacing on all the wheels are same. We forgot to put in motors. That is not a big deal. It's okay. It's fine.
You don't need motors, right?
Yeah, no. It's only the way it drives. It'll be okay. Clayton, don't kill us. And you too, Megan.
Clayton, if you're watching, I miss you.
Oh, how sweet.
How sweet. How sweet.
I hope you're having fun. But alright, so we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.